Former Chief Constable Mike Veal, once head of Cleveland Police and Wiltshire Police Forces, has been found guilty of gross misconduct following his hearing this week. And what's the opposite of accelerated misconduct hearing? Because this one's taken about 4 years to happen. Veal was accused of being sexually inappropriate towards a female colleague, albeit verbally inappropriate nonetheless. This occurred whilst he was Chief Constable of Cleveland Police before he resigned from the role in which he was in a colleague's car with her about to attend a meeting and said to her, "Go on, you can touch yourself now." He is also said to have referred to his colleagues as bedfellows, as in sharing a bed for those of you who don't understand that term. Neither of which is really crime of the century, as I said in my previous video, but nevertheless is inappropriate in the context of being chief plod, and as I also said before, could well be one of the reasons we see so many sexually inappropriate misconducts occurring. After all, if you're the chief and say things like that to and around your subordinates, they will assume it's okay for them to do the same. The misconduct case was brought about by Cleveland's Police and Crime Commissioner following an investigation by the IOPC, which is, I think, the first time I've ever heard of a Police and Crime Commissioner actually doing their fucking job and holding the police chief to account. Dejan Basu, KC for the Police and Crime Commissioner, said Veal was in a car with witness B in November 2018 when he read out a complimentary email he had received from a local councillor. He then looked at her lap and said, "Go on, you can touch yourself now." The following month, on a visit to Norfolk Constabulary headquarters and in front of other officers, Veal referred to witness B and another male officer known as witness C as bedfellows, metaphorically speaking or otherwise. He's also said to have repeated the remark the same evening in a hotel bar. Mr. Basu said these were sexualised comments by a chief constable to those who were considerably junior to him. The comment in the car came out of the blue. It was discriminatory and in the privacy of a motor car. It is a lonely place if you are with your chief constable when they make that sort of comment with that sort of gesture. In a letter to the then Police and Crime Commissioner Barry Coppinger in January 2019, Veal said he was aware of the allegations. He said that he was mortified if he had caused offence to anyone and admitted that there may have been comments made during conversation with colleagues they may have considered inappropriate. However, giving evidence at the hearing, Veal denied that he had been apologising for making sexual comments and said the offence stated had been a reference to any upset he had caused to staff with his changes to the struggling police force. Of course. Peter Wright, KC, acting for Mike Veal, told the panel that the culpability is increased by his rank and it involves sexual impropriety, but these are isolated incidents, lacking in persistence and not accompanied by physical acts. They are incidents of brief duration during a long and distinguished career. Incidents of brief duration. I mean, forget the career bit, because people can have a long and distinguished career in many fields, but incidents of brief duration. So he's stabbing somebody. Anyway, Veal has now been found guilty on the balance of probabilities to have said what was claimed and meant it in the way that was claimed. And unlike lowly PCs who would have been issued their sanctions there and then, Mike Veal's sanctions will be delivered at a later date, as no doubt the panel will need to determine what looks best in the public's eye. I mean, the guy's been retired from the police for years, so no matter what they do, isn't really going to make a blind bit of difference to him or for anybody else. He already gets his pension, so the would have been dismissed had he not already resigned line isn't really going to mean a thing. I mean, I could be shocked, however, they could well come back with something completely unexpected by way of sanctions, but I doubt it.